Breitenbach said about Jiba as well as Mrwebi.
All right. Well, on Jiba, she said that Jiba lacked the experience and questioned why was Jiba suddenly appointed to the position of deputy national head of the NPA. And also, Jiba, remember, after Simelane was removed, Jiba then acted as the NPA head, I think, in 2012. So she questioned why was Jiba the one that was appointed out of all the people that she felt that had the necessary experience, had the skills, and have had more time at the NPA. She said that Jiba had not done anything particularly great at the NPA to warrant this elevation, and so seemingly suggesting that Jiba was there to protect politically connected people. And of course, what eventually happened is that a former intelligence crime boss, Richard Mdluli's corruption and fraud charges were subsequently dropped by advocate Mrwebi, who is also being investigated for his fitness to hold office in this inquiry alongside Jiba. So also Breitenbach tore into Mrwebi, saying that Mrwebi did not have a great comprehension of commercial crimes, and that he was found wanting when it came to serious cases, particularly the manner that they handled this Richard Mdluli case. And of course, we keep referring to this Richard Mdluli case because at the time it was quite a prominent case that you have, the boss of crime intelligence in police are facing fraud and corruption charges. So it was really just a way of testing the NPA, its strength and its independence. And some of the prosecutors that have come here feel that is the key case where the likes of Jiba and Mrwebi sort of drop the ball in terms of standing firm and acting independently. Of course, there were suggestions that Richard Mdluli was highly politically connected, so they believe there was political pressure to ensure that charges against Mdluli do not go through.
Sipho, we managed to cue up the Breitenbach clip. Let's play it. Listen.
In your view, did Advocate Jiba embody that which you regard as necessary for a National Director of Public Prosecutions?
No.
Why do you say that?
I think, in my view, I thought at the time, and I still do, that she lacked the requisite experience. I had misgivings about her integrity. I certainly held the view that she lacked the life experience. And she had never done anything within the NPA that was of such a phenomenal nature that justified this inordinate amount of elevation to posts.
All right, that was yesterday, Sipho. Advocate Sibongile Mzinyathi, who is a senior prosecutor in the NPA, will give testimony today. What is she likely to touch on?
Well, yes, to give testimony today, she was also involved in this matter regarding the dropping of charges against Mdluli by Advocate Mrwebi, and we understand that she was consulted in making this decision, and the recommendation for was that the charges be provisionally withdrawn. So did not particularly agree with fully withdrawing the charges, but said they should be provisionally withdrawn while they gather enough evidence. But also this week, we're expecting the Hawks KZN boss, or rather former Hawks KZN boss, that is Johan Boysen. Now, Johan Boysen, if he's an interesting case because he faced racketeering charges that were authorized by Advocate Jiba. Of course, subsequently, Advocate Jiba was highly criticized for placing those charges against Johan Boysen, and as a result, she faced those perjury and fraud charges, which were subsequently dropped by Sean Abraham. So there's a lot of history here and interplay between all of these people that are coming here, but seemingly the witnesses that have come here so far, all of them are speaking really just to the nature of how, allegedly, Richard Mrwebi and Jiba have mishandled high-profile cases and allowed what they suggest to be political interference within the NPA.
Yeah. Is Johan Boysen likely to take the stand on Friday, I understand? Has that been confirmed?
Yeah, Yes, he's likely to take the stand on Friday, and it really should be interesting what he has to say, because Jiba, this matter is still ongoing, and as a result, Jiba is still facing, is possibly going to face those fraud and perjury charges. Remember, the inquiry as it stands, it had asked the NPA to give clarity on whether it will reinstate charges against Jiba. But of course, we've had Jiba's representatives here arguing that is it fair for a prosecutor to face criminal charges for a prosecutorial decision that she has taken? So it seems as if she is being punished for doing a job, or rather, suggesting that if she had taken the wrong decision, then you correct the decision, but you do not press criminal charges against somebody for taking a prosecutorial decision. But also yesterday, if I can just link it up with this whole Jiba thing, when Breitenberg came hard against the appointment of Jiba, but then they argued here that when Jiba was appointed into deputy head, that she had about 20 years of experience having been at the NPA. So was it necessarily the incorrect decision to have promoted her into NPA deputy head if she's had 20 years of prosecutorial of experience? But then Breitenbach, said, well, she may have been experienced, but she was really just, worried about her integrity and whose interest she's representing. So seemingly, again, there's that link suggesting that Jiba was elevated to the top to protect the interests of those that are politically connected.
Look, Sipho, we've already heard from, 6 witnesses so far. What sort of picture is being painted about the state of the NPA?
Well, indeed, the picture that we're getting is that once, Jiba, and especially when she was acting, acting NPA head of once Simelane was gone, that a lot has gone wrong. I think Breitenberg said the NPA has not been operating optimally in a long time, and that it has declined. And part of the reason that its work has declined is because of the leadership of the likes of Jiba and decisions taken by the likes of Mrwebi, and suggesting that Jiba had strong political ties, particularly allegedly to the president, former President Zuma, and that she had frustrated the reinstating of those charges against President Zuma. We know subsequently they were reinstated, but also allegedly interfering in the Mrwebi matter that we've been talking about, but also in the Jackie Celebi matter, there were some attempts allegedly by Jiba to try and interfere. So now you're talking about, they're painting a picture of an NPA that was politically captured at the time where Jiba was heading it. These are, of course, allegations, but we now know, of course, the NPA is trying to clean its image. There's a new, that is NDPP, that's coming actually just at the end of this week, beginning of February, that is Advocate Shamila Batoyi. So she will be coming in and with a lot to do in terms of trying to, reinstate that confidence into the NPA. But certainly the manner that she was appointed, it was very public. Those interviews were held on live television, so it seems to be the step in the right direction. But as you step in that right direction, there is still, of course, the likes of Jiba and the likes of Mrwebi that you can say, well, they're seemingly tainted. They are also, linked to the current state of capture with the Posasa testimony there that allegedly they've received bribes. Jiba worth about 100,000. Mrwebi, they said about 10,000 per month to protect Bosasa from prosecutions. Those allegations, they've said that they are willing to go to that state capture inquiry to testify and defend their names. But I mean, this speaks a lot to some of the clouds that are hanging over them. And does the NPA need the residual effect of having senior advocates that are seemingly tainted?
Yeah, these are allegations, but if these allegations are proven true, then Advocate Shamila Batoyi has a lot on her plate as she starts her job next month. Sipho Stuurman, live for us in Pretoria. Thank you very much indeed. Be well.